She wasn't trying to become a Hollywood star. She was trying to become a horseback rider. At 12 years old, she homeschooled herself, not for acting classes, not for auditions, so she could spend all day, every day at the barn with her horse. Acting wasn't even part of the plan. But 2 years later, everything changed. And what happened next is one of the strangest, most unbelievable paths to an Oscar in Hollywood history. Mikey Madison Rosberg was born in Los Angeles in 1999, the fourth of 5 kids, raised by 2 psychologist parents. At 14, almost on a whim, she caught the acting bug and started taking classes. Nobody, not her, not anyone around her, had any idea where this was going to lead. At 16, she landed a role on the FX series Better Things. Small parts followed. Then, in 2019, Quentin Tarantino cast her in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as an actual member of the Manson family. In the film's finale, her character is set on fire. That one performance, burning, screaming, unforgettable in just 15 minutes of screen time, put her on a director's radar without her even knowing it. Director Sean Baker watched that scene. Then he watched her in Scream in 2022. He turned to his wife in the theater and said, "We're going to call Mikey's reps the minute we step out." He wrote his next film's lead role for her, specifically, before he'd even finished the script. He didn't ask her to audition, he just knew. The role, Ani, a Brooklyn sex worker who marries a Russian oligarch's son on a whirlwind Las Vegas weekend. To become her, Mikey Madison learned Russian from scratch, learned pole dancing, moved to Brighton Beach to master the accent, shadowed real women in real strip clubs, not to observe but to understand. She performed her own stunts, her own fight scenes. She disappeared completely into a life that had nothing to do with hers. The film, Anora, premiered at Cannes. It won the Palme d'Or, the festival's highest honor, on the very first film festival she had ever attended in her life. But then came the Oscars, and this is where the story gets almost unbelievable. Heading into Oscar night, Mikey Madison was not expected to win anything. She had already lost Best Actress at the Critics' Choice Awards, lost at the Golden Globes, lost at the SAG Awards. Every single time to the same person, Hollywood legend Demi Moore. Almost every single prediction, every odds maker, every industry insider had already crowned Demi Moore the winner before the envelope was even opened. Then they opened the envelope. Mikey Madison. The room went silent, then erupted. Madison, stunned, walked to the stage and said, "Forgive me, I'm nervous," before reading her list of thank yous from a shaking piece of paper. At 25 years old, with fewer than 10 feature films to her name, a girl who once homeschooled herself just to ride horses had just pulled off one of the biggest upsets in modern Oscar history. She later said in her speech, "I grew up in Los Angeles, but Hollywood always felt so far away from me." It wasn't supposed to be her path. She wasn't chasing this. She was chasing a horse, a barn, a totally different life. And somehow, she ended up holding the most coveted award in film. If this story surprised you, share it. Subscribe to The Forge Files. Sometimes the biggest moments in your life come from the paths you never planned to walk.